Because of COVID, we have totally forget about TB. Okay, forgetting TB is also another dangerous bacteria that is out there. Okay? Because of COVID, we totally forget about TB. But according to research, somebody can have the TB for a long time before the TB bacteria become active. Okay, because of the stages that the bacteria pass through before they become active, your immune system will also a factor. Okay, now, TB is a bacterial infection, okay? You can get it by what? I mean, coming close to those who are infected, that is, the bacteria is airborne. The one that is infected, if the person cough, sneeze, sing, talk, the person can transmit the bacteria. When you're around the person and you inhale it, you can be infected. Now, let me take you through some stages that the bacteria pass through before they become active. The first stage is the primary infection, okay? The primary infection is that is when your cells locate the bacteria and capture them. At this stage, because of this process, you will feel some symptoms like fever, cough, and what? Dizziness. But it doesn't mean that all these things is caused by the bacteria, no. But because your immune system is working to fight or to destroy the bacteria, that's why you are feeling all those symptoms. And if at the primary stage of the bacteria couldn't survive, then that is it. But if the bacteria survive, it will enter the latent phase. Okay, the latent phase, that is where the bacteria become inactive. Your immune system will still what build a wall like to prevent the bacteria from what affecting your lung. Okay, they keep the bacteria dormant at the latent phase so that the bacteria will not break down and affect the lung. Okay, and at this stage, that is not all. The fact that the bacteria is what dormant or the bacteria is inactive, it doesn't mean as time goes on it will not do anything. If you at this stage, if you are doing something that can break down your immune system, the bacteria can easily become active, and that is why when they will start multiplying and the what they affect your lung and also affect other organ in our system, and if care is not taken, it can lead to death. What am I saying? If you do some things, okay? Example, let's say if you are someone who smoke, you don't have enough rest, and you do some things that can bring down your immune system, the bacteria can become active within a short time. So at the latent phase, you cannot transmit the bacteria to anyone. When you cough, you may not the bacteria may not be in your cough or get into the air for somebody to inhale it to be infected. No. At this stage, the bacteria is what inactive. Okay. Along the way, if something happened and your immune system is compromised, your immune system was not able to protect that wall they build between the bacteria and your lungs, the bacteria will also pass that wall and affect your lung. And when they get into your lung, the rate at which they multiply is times 10. They multiply fast, and as soon as they start multiplying, they will break out and affect other what organ in in your system. The only one that we mostly hear is the lung. But if the tuberculosis multiply and they affect the lung to the extent they can break out and affect other organ in your system, including the kidney, they can affect it. And at this stage, that is why you see most of the symptoms: abdominal pain, feeling dizziness, loss of appetite, unexplained waist loss, etc. At this stage, the bacteria become what active. With the slightest mistake, you can share it to anybody that is around you. And at this stage, supposing somebody is infected in the household, you can prevent the person from spreading to the other people that are in the house. That is, the person has to eat alone. The person has to be in the room alone. Or if the person is staying in a room alone, you have to open the windows so that air can because the bacteria they spread quickly in what unventilated area that air cannot pass out and come in. Okay, so the person have to stay alone. The person have to eat alone. And when the person is talking to someone that is around them or in the compound, the person has to wear nose mask. Okay, and the person don't have to spend much time with all those who are around. So at this stage, the bacteria become what very active and can spread quickly. So you have these three stages. That's the primary stages. your immune cells find the bacteria and capture them and will destroy them. Supposing they couldn't destroy all, the bacteria moves to the latent phase. When they move to the latent phase, though at this phase they still can be transmitted to another person, or they can be you can give it to someone. The bacteria will be there, and if something happens to your immune system, and that wall that your immune system have built between the bacteria and the lung, they will enter the lung, multiply, and affect other organ in your system. That is why when you get to this stage, or you are tested that you are someone who is having tuberculosis, you have to be very careful and you have to take the treatment very serious. Any medication that they give you, you make sure you take it, because at this stage, even if you are not careful, the bacteria can easily resist any antibiotic that they are what you are on. So we should be very careful with TB. We shouldn't play with it at all. If not treated early, it can lead to death.